I'm Kona, and welcome to petitepaws.studio. Yes, I finally decided on a name for myself. I was indeed fully prepared to figure that out mostly on my own. I know that asking for feedback on my first 2 videos was pretty ambitious. I wasn't prepared, however, for my parents and my siblings and my friends to not comment at all on my video. I see you. Okay, seriously though. In other news, did you guys see the Benito Bowl? I mean, the Bunny Bowl? I mean, El Super Tazón? I'm not a Bad Bunny listener myself, but I do like to pay attention to who's a globally renowned artist and why. And in this case, I think that the why is just a lovely display of cultural appreciation. And I really love that. So, you can say I really enjoyed the halftime show, and I'm currently very inspired by it. That's why today, we're actually gonna take a tour of my remodeled LPS Casita. Yeah, I actually made this months ago, all on my own, no cameras. I just did it for the love of the game. And while we're at it, we also need to prepare for a party. Yeah, there's a few things missing in the casita, so I'm gonna need your guys' help with that. Hija! Huh? ¿Ma? ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí hablándote sola? ¿No ves que yo estoy ahí acomodando? Ay, aquí nadie me ayuda. Yeah. We better get going. Hello, welcome. So this is the exterior of our LPS Casita. I know that this is a very treasured nostalgia piece for a lot of LPS collectors, so I hope I don't upset too many people by customizing it. But honestly, when I got the idea for this project and I started working on it and I saw how it was shaping out, I just kept falling more and more in love with it. I was really excited about it and I'm happy with how it came out. So thanks for taking a look with me. As you can see, it's inspired by a lot of the architecture in Latin countries. We got the terracotta rooftops. We have like a lime wash wall, or not, I don't know if it'd be lime wash, but maybe just like a concrete that's been smoothed out. I actually added baking soda to the wall paint so that it can have that nice subtle texture. We're missing a door. These houses typically do miss their doors, don't they? So I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it. Maybe in the future we can craft it together. And as you can see, I've got some bald spots over here. This house isn't completely done, but for today, we're just gonna worry about setting up for the party. So we're gonna start with a really important piece of the puzzle, and that is plates. Okay, before we get into the house, let's get crafting. All right, so for paper plates, it seems like the procedure is pretty standard. I looked up a few options on like Pinterest and YouTube to see different ways of making them, and the most popular way seems to be with paper. So we'll give this a try. Need some nice thick cardboard paper, a pair of scissors, and some bottle caps. And that's just to start with, to make the shape, right? So let's just whip this out. We're just gonna figure it out. It seemed fairly straightforward. Maybe my confidence will be my downfall. This is like a nice big dinner plate, but I like this one more. It seems more reasonable in terms of size. Okay, let's get this process started. You know what? I want it to be slightly bigger than the bottle cap because it needs to have a rim. That's really thin for the rim. Well, maybe it's perfect. I have this other bigger one that was a candidate. So we'll make our template with this bigger one. That way we have a little extra room to curve in the sides. Okay, we're just tracing. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Let's just cut out a square to begin with, and we gently cut out the plate. I'm not always the best cutter, okay? Sometimes I have good days, but most of the days I'm a bit clumsy with it. I hope you'll forgive me. We'll make it work. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, don't look at, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let's just kind of center it as best we can. Look at this side, make sure all the little edges are nice and even. And then I'm just gonna press, oh, it slips. Hang on. Oh no, I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh no, this is a bad idea. I have to commit. I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't back down. Okay, it's kind of like falling in, but it does help me get a shape. I do not like these folds that got created. Dang. I feel like I was close to something good here. I really want like that round base that you see on plates, but you really can't achieve that unless you have 2 pieces of plastic rather than just the one. Dang. Yeah, this is jacked up. This is not gonna be good enough. Get out of here. We must continue. Trash out, and we press forward. Okay, let's do another one. Try again. Now, one of the videos I saw, obviously, was from the queen herself, my froggy stuff. And she just pinched it with her fingers. And I am not sure that I have the dexterity for that. Oh, what about here? This might be perfect, hang on. We might need like some sticky tack though, because it keeps slipping. Where's my sticky tack? Okay, let's center it. We look at the little edges at the rim that is left over. Oh man, if I had cut it better, this would be perfect. Nah, let's keep going. Now we just press. Press those edges in. Okay. I feel like I'm not getting a smooth finish like the ones I saw on the internet. And I'm following all the steps. Like, why would the internet lie to me? This has creases in it. Well, yeah. And then the edge becomes like more chopped than the way I cut it. How do you prevent those creases? These are the secrets that nobody talks about online. Like, oh yeah, I just made a perfect plate. Check it out. Liar. I'm kidding. I'm talking about everybody except for my froggy stuff because she's the queen of miniatures. There is simply not a single bad word that can be spoken of her, okay? Not in my house. Yo, that looks chopped. That looks so bad. It's like a bottle cap. There is no way that this is the most common method of making these plates. What do I do? I just want some nice plates, chat. I'm thinking so hard right now. All of the gears, they're turning. Okay, we're gonna keep trying different things until we find something that works a bit more consistent. We should probably also keep our failed attempts. This is progress in action, my friends. See, look at the first one. Look how bad it is. Okay, see? We're making progress. This is why you don't get rid of your first attempt. It's good to see that. Okay, I'm gonna try just cutting out a large piece of paper. Larger than I need. Okay, and then pressing around. I think this way, right? Because this is like a nice rounded edge. Oh my god. Wait, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Hang on. Let's like put it down and like really press it in. What if can this fit around it? Oh, wait, that worked out much better. See how it's making this and the folds are at the end? I can't talk today, but the idea is it's pressing the paper with a lot of pressure and smoothing it out, and the folds are outside of the area that we're working in. And that is perfect. Yes, let's use this technique. I was trying to look for something that's a bit more common, but I really did just get lucky having these two things. This is from like a skin product. So yeah, you just gotta really dig around in your house, see what you can find, because this was a crazy coincidence for me. Anyway, let's make a bunch of these and then we'll cut them out. Let me get like a rough size. I do like it being bigger than it needs to be. That way the wrinkles can kind of spread out away from my work area. So let's say like here and here. And we'll just do like a rough guesstimate of a grid, because it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm gonna go for 8 plates. And now let's press them. Plate Factory is open, baby. Whew, yeah, I'm getting tired and it's starting to show. But at least we're on our last plate. It'll be fine. We're not looking for perfection. We never are looking for perfection. I know it's tempting, but it's always a trap. Oh God, that's really crooked. Time to lock in. Okay. Well, we have our plates. Let me arrange them in some sort of aesthetic fashion. So I had a lot of trouble finding references for what I'm thinking of making here. I want them to be really, really classic plates that were in grandma's house, basically. But I can't remember too well. I don't want to make them all the same, but they have to be because traditionally you're supposed to have a collection of plates, like full sets. The sets must not be separated, guys. Don't separate the sets. But what I'll do is do sets of 4 and 4. That way I get to make something different. And I'm gonna start with what my hazy memory is telling me to make that I kind of vaguely remember. So we get our brown and pour that joint out. Yep, I'm just gonna make a little edge. I thought about doing a stripe, but clearly I don't have the coordination for that. So we're gonna stick to the edge of the plate, make a line all around. These plates would always piss me off. Well, they wouldn't piss me off, but they peeved me a little bit as a kid growing up because for the most part, they would often have food on it. And it's like, bro, we're about to put food on the plate. What's the point? And also, the designs were always right in the middle, like right slap in the middle of the plate. And we would just cover it up in food. And so the design underneath the food, it just looked busy and ugly to me. And I'm like, why? Who is designing these plates? Like, they are so wrong for this. And that is me being crazy, even as a kid. So let's put these to the side. You're still waiting to dry. Let's get our next 4 plates. Okay, let's see. Maybe some red and brown. Okay, let's just wing it. I think I just want little flowers, 4 little flowers to start with. And I'm just gonna make them out of dots. Dot, 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 tinier dot, tinier dot, tinier dot, tinier dot. Okay, I mean, the shape is there. I'm seeing the vision here. Oh, that one's too fat. Okay, that one's really wobbly or bubbly. No, blobby. That one is really blobby. It doesn't matter. We press on. But that's also because the plate itself was wonky. I have less space here, more space here. A mess. Regardless. Maybe from afar things will look okay and like they're all matchy-matchy. Okay. Next, what do we do? What do we add? But I want some dots in brown as well, so that we have like a pattern that appears to be going all around. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm just gonna do a dot, a big dot, and 2 little dots in between each flower. I need it to like really, really glob onto my paintbrush. Oh, wow, okay, yeah. It adds something, it makes it a little bit more, and maybe it's like on the verge of too much, but that's the point with this style of plates. It's supposed to be almost, maybe, too much. Yes, okay, yeah, I do like the yellow, and it makes it so that even though they're not identical, it matches the other set of plates. So that's really cool. boop. Once I have like the perfect diameter and amount of paint on my brush, making dots is so much fun. Okay, what's the next step? We're glazing them. Now, most people use nail polish, but I have Mod Podge, so I'm gonna use my Mod Podge. Or podging this. Get podged. Just gonna, oh no, it's a little wobbly. I'm gonna put a nice thick coat, I think, because I want it to be very shiny. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna set these to dry, and I'll probably have to do this one off camera, but I mean, essentially, these are our plates. These are, I'm really excited. Okay, we did this. Yes. All right, welcome in, welcome in. Feel free to take off your shoes. Oh, right, we don't wear shoes. But anyway, here's the inside of Casita. As you can see, it's pretty empty, a little sad, but we've put a lot of work into it. Let's decorate it a little bit real quick. Whew, alrighty. It's not much, but at least it looks lived in now. Okay, we can get down to business. Mom! Mommy! Hello? Hija, sí, ¿qué pasa? Dime, ¿qué necesitas? You wanted my help, right? What can I do? You should look around and see what you can do to help. Mom, I can either do something random or I can help you with what you really need. Come on. Okay, por la mesa, ¿ya? Yes, ma'am. Gracias. Ay, esta niña. All right, great. So, first, let's make some plates for the table. And of course, we need los platos buenos. These are our plates. These are... I'm really excited. Okay, we did this. Yes. Okay. I'm too short. What? Okay, I think we're ready to set the table with the nice plates that we just made. So first, let me cover this up because we don't want to mess up the nice wood, obviously. Easy peasy. Fold those corners. Okay. Oh my god, getting this even is so difficult. I don't think anyone's gonna come and help me though. How's that? Ooh, I need some tape. ¿Quién tiene el tape? Okay, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Whew, why was that such a workout? Okay, let's get our plates now. Oh! First, we should admire our handiwork. Look at that. Look at those tiny, tiny fruits. And for the other set, we've got tiny, tiny flowers. Oh, I'm happy with them. Oh my gosh, I am way too short. Okay, let's just set things up. Oh, set things up for the family. Awesome, awesome. That's looking good. That's looking good. Now let's do this side. Guys, look, They look so nice. Oh, I'm really proud of these. Thanks so much for your help. Alright, here's our table all set and ready for dinner. It looks great. I'm really happy with it. Thank you so much for joining me as we made these. I hope to see you again because there are going to be more parts to this series where we prepare more things for our little fiesta and family gathering that we're going to have in La Casita. So please, tune in again and I hope to see y'all again soon.